Okay, welcome back again everyone. We've got a nice little job here to do. This one's out of off a Batwing awning that goes on the back of your car when you go away camping. What's happened, they've broken the actual plastic bracket that's on it. And the tent pole would sit on that bit there, and this part here would bolt in and swivel so the tent pole will fold out. That's broken, so what we need to do is turn one up out of a bit of aluminium, make it a bit stronger. So there's a bit of turning work, a bit of mill work and a bit of drilling. Alright, let's get onto it. Okay, to do the machining in the lathe, what I'm thinking about doing is I might turn this smaller diameter down first, which is, this plastic's a bit hard to get a good size on. I don't have the pole here to make it fit exactly, so I'll just get the bigger size off it, which is 23 millimeters. And the length of this is 25, so if I make it, turn it down 40 mil long, that'll give me 10 millimeters to hold it in the chuck, because I need to machine it down, take it out, take the 4-jaw off and put a 3-jaw on, and turn this over and put it in and machine the other side on it. So I'll set this up in the lathe now and we'll get onto it. This might change a few times during the job. Just have to rethink things as it goes along. 40 mil long. Okay, that size is on 23 exactly, so I'll just polish it up now. Just use one of those Scotch Brights and a bit of WD-40 will work good. Okay, what I'll do now, I'll take that out and I'll swap out the chuck for a 3-jaw chuck. I'll take the 4-jaw off, put 3-jaw on, and then we'll set it up the other way around. Just swap it out now with the 3-jaw chuck, so I'll take the job out. Alright, so I've turned it down a little bit longer than I need, so I can hold it by about 10 millimeters, and that way I won't score the actual job. You don't want to mark up the finished product. I'll set that up. Okay, what I'll do now, I'll just put a little bit of a centre drill in there. So I'm going to have to put the centre in there because that's just too far out from the chuck jaws and it's not hanging on by enough. It'll definitely spit the job if I don't do it right. Okay, I've got a live centre in. So what we'll do now, we'll just clean this up and then we'll take a measurement, see what we've got left. Okay, we'll just see where we're at. So this dimension here is 25 millimeters. Get this here, 25. Still got 2.5 millimeters to come off. Let's get into it. Okay, that's spot on 25 millimeters. I'll just clean off all this and grab some pliers. It's not a good idea to grab this stuff with your fingers, it's a bit sharp. Okay, I'll just get a file and break that edge a bit. Okay, the lengths are alright. Just double check that. It's supposed to be 38 millimeters long, this top part, like the biggest diameter, which is spot on. And 25 millimeters long, we've got plenty to play with that's in the chuck. What I might do now, if you have a look, hopefully you can see that. It's got like little bits of undercut here. There's one there, and there's also one there. I might turn them down just to make it exactly the same. You can see it there, bit of an undercut. This part here is the only diameter. It looks like it's tight in the actual in the pipe when it slides in. So I might just use a parting tool, put in there and machine them in, and that job should be ready to come out then. Alright, so I'll swap this out, put the parting tool in. Okay, set this up. So we need to cut that's 5mm wide, and it's 1/2 millimetre deeper than the biggest diameter here. So we're going to undercut it by 1/2 mil and 5mm wide. Do that next. Okay, I'm going to do the same up the other side to do that second one. And the second one, the gap is 15mm. So we've got to go from that edge 15mm, so that'll be that edge 15mm. Okay, all the turning work's been finished, so we'll take it off the lathe, and I'll head over to the mill and we'll set it up in that one. Okay, it's time to set it up in the milling machine. I've actually partially parted that off just in case it won't fit back in the lathe. I can actually cut it off with a hacksaw. It won't take so long to cut. So what I'll do now, I'll set it up in the dividing head and we'll find the center of the job. Okay, we'll just set it up using an edge finder. Okay, what we're milling up now is these flats that are on here on each side along there. So we need to put this is actually a 10mm 4-fluted end mill, so we'll come in there. Hang on, get it up the right way. I'll just come in and take a cut along here. That'll give us that edge. We might have to take a few cuts because the end mill is just not quite long enough. So it is 10mm, the radius on that, or 5mm. So I'm going to use a ER32 collet. Okay, the thickness we're after, it's 7.5 millimeters. So that's our end size we need to make. So from the centre line, you need to move over 8.75 millimeters. So we'll move over 8.75. I'm going to do it all in one cut. Okay. Now I've got to cut on the back side because I don't want to climb mill. So conventional mill's on the other side, this side will be climb milling. I'll see how it goes on the other side first. I might have to swing it round 180 degrees and cut on the other side again. Okay, I've finished that side, so what I'll do now is I'll swing it around 180 degrees and I'll do the same on the other side. See everything? Alright, so I'll do the same on this side. Or on that side I should say. And that should give us the right thickness then. Okay, that should be right now, should be on size. Let's measure that. Should be 7.5 millimeters. .48. Alright, that's good. Alright, I'll take the ER32 chuck out and I'll change it out for the Jacobs chuck so we can drill some holes in it now. I'll set that up. Okay, we're going to set up ready to drill some holes. There's 2 holes in it. There's an 8.5 millimeter hole and a 3 millimeter hole. So what I'll do, I'll find the edge, this top edge, and then I'll come over 15 millimeters, 15 mil for this hole, and then it's 48.5 millimeters for the other hole over this, all from this edge. Like that's the distance, 15 and then 48.5. So I'll find this edge first. Okay, alright, that's the edge. Now I'll turn this around 90 degrees. I'll go the other way, I think. Twenty, 90. Okay, that's 90 there. Okay, now what I need to do is find that center line again on this side. That'll give me right down the middle. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, that's exactly in the middle, and it's 15 mils down from the top up. So I'll change it out now and put a 8.5 millimeter drill in. Okay, I'll change it out, put the 3 millimeter in there. Okay, this one's going to be drilled over here, so it's 48.5 millimeters from this end to there. So we'll zip over. all holes are drilled, what I might do is I'll pull this out and deburr it all. And one more, or maybe two more steps to go on it to finish it off. So I'll get it out, deburr it, and I'll break all this down because I've got to put the vise back up so we can do the other step on here. Okay, the next part of this job, I've got to cut the radius on top there. So what I'll do, I've already marked this side out, as you can see. If you put an 8mm drill in the holes, actually I'll use a Sharpie first. I've marked one side out, I'll just mark the other side out, make it easy to cut off. Give me a bit of a guideline. There we go. And I'll just scribe a line on it. Okay. Now I was going to set it up in the mill and mill it round, or I could set it up in the lathe and machine that round bit on it, but I thought there's not much to come off and it's just as easy to stick in the vise and file it. So I've got this bottom bit here that's got to be cut off it anyway, so I'll grab that in the vise, file all this back, get it right, then I can just cut that off with a hacksaw. Alright, we'll start filing. Okay, it's all finished there, so what I'll do now, I'll give it all a good clean up and then I'll come back. Okay, there's the finished product of the Batwing bracket. There's the old one that was broken, the old plastic one. And there's the new one. Exactly the same. Very hard to measure plastic. It's all highs and lows, very hard to get diameters. I managed to get the job done. Okay, thanks for watching and on to the next job.